new apparel deal with Reebok ruffled a lot of feathers, including those of longtime UFC Cutman Stich Duran, who spoke out about how the deal affected him and his peers as of Tuesday afternoon. Duran said that the UFC cut him loose for doing so. A little background: Duran and his fellow Cutmen, much like the fighters in the octagon, had sponsorship deals that helped to supplement their UFC income, but when the Reebok deal went into effect, which blocks other sponsors inside the octagon, the Cutmen, like the fighters, were no longer allowed to wear sponsor apparel or logs inside the octagon. Related greater than UFC Reebok uniform payout structure leaked. The one big difference: Duran said that the Cutmen were not getting a piece of the Reebok pie.
So guys, what do you think of this situation where this dude has been a UFC cutman for years and now is going to have to probably go be a cutman for Bellator, for other organizations, for boxing, so he can make money, because the Reebok deal is not as great as it really is. Even Jose Aldo has come out as of late saying overall the Reebok deal is not great. It's only good for top level athletes like Conor McGregor, the George St. Pierre's, the big guys, not the dudes that are at the small guys, the guys that nobody's heard about. But at the end of the day, nobody wants to have to try to make money elsewhere or quit the UFC, because UFC is the most noticeable organization out there for MMA. And he's basically saying, this Cutman's basically saying, dude, I used to have UFC money, and then I used to have my sponsor deals, and the sponsors used to be able to see me in the octagon saying Samsung cell phone, like on his shirt or something, and he would get money from that because people would be viewing his product. At the end of the day, I never really thought of the Cutmen having their own sponsors and the referees having their own sponsors. I never thought that. I just thought they got paid by the UFC, like maybe a couple $1,000s or whatever they get paid for an event. But at the end of the day, I'll say this: the Reebok deal is maybe a cool thing, but overall the uniforms and stuff that these athletes are now wearing are bland. There's no deciding who's who, because like I said, if I was watching a UFC event and I was watching with a friend of mine who doesn't watch UFC, and it's like, dude in the red is winning, and I'd go, what dude in the red? They're both wearing red and white. Or you see what I'm saying? They're both wearing black and red, black and gray. There's no identifying one fighter from another. I think it would be better when it used to have their own shorts. They would say tap out, or have other stuff out there, you know. But for this dude who has been in the UFC for a long time, doing the cuts, making sure people are okay to fight, I think he should be getting some piece of the pie. But the UFC was just basically like, well, you gotta go. If you're gonna talk shit about us, you gotta go. And it's the same thing. A lot of fighters have talked about it and said they're not that great of uniforms. The Reebok deal is not that great. Overall, I think you should be able to go in there and wear whatever colors you want. And I think if you're gonna be a cutman, you should be able to still have your sponsors. And if you're a fighter, you should make at least one guy wear like black and red, and one guy wear white and black, just so you can identify who the fighter is. Because me personally, if I was a guy just turning the channel and they said Chad Mendes and is whooping ass, and I'd be looking, who's Chad Mendes, and I'd go, the dude in the white and black. I'm like, there's two dudes in white and black. But at the end of the day, I see where this dude is coming from. But let me know in the comment section below, does he have a point or does he not have a point? As always, this is the MMA Breakdown. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.